Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. On a rotating basis, the Center for the Arts stages several micro-galleries of artists' work. Hanging now at Blue Loon Bakery is the art of Deborah Bacon. Tell us about your work, Deborah.
Artistically, I've been involved in some type of art and creative ever since I can remember as a child. Either it's drawing, painting. I would enter contests as a youngster, and I also did, when I was probably 16, 17 years old, would go to outdoor art exhibits and display my work and sell them. And that was always very fun for me. I then went on to college to pursue art, which was wonderful. There were a lot of wonderful teachers and that sort of thing. I took a bit of a break as I got married and had a daughter, who I have a wonderful family and very supportive. I did continue doing my art even through then. I had a commercial art business of my own where I did advertising, more creative signage, things like that, where I would paint pictures on signs, things like that. And then I moved more to the fine arts when computerization came out. So it was a bit more difficult. That wasn't really the avenue I wanted to go. I wanted to be much more creative. And I did hear about Fran Weston Hoyt out of New London and was one of her students. She was a first generation Frank Vincent Dumond student, and he was a very influential early 19th century painter. So much of that was plein air, and I absolutely loved going out and doing plein air. So that was more my direction that I went into, and have been doing that ever since. So this is a piece of a painting that I painted from the Newbury area looking out over Lake Sunapee. So it shows the passage between the islands with the lighthouse. I just felt that this piece gave me a lot of peace, being near the lake, seeing the lighting the way it is, people out enjoying their time while they're not working, they're off enjoying the lake in their boats. So I work both in my studio and plein air outside painting on location. I primarily paint this area, local New Hampshire mountains, Sunapee, the lake, different areas. I do a lot of commission work for people who live around and live with beautiful views, and they're very gracious and allow me to come and paint on their land. So it's just an experience overall of meeting folks, doing something that I have a great passion for. It's important to me not just to do an art piece, but to do something as a remembrance. So it's a remembrance for them, for their family, for their history. A lot of that is a good direction that I feel is important to go down, so that they have that to pass down to their family as they go. This is a piece that is from New London. It is actually from Burby Hill. It's a very popular view in the area where you can see both Lake Sunapee and Mount Sunapee. From that, a lot of people drive up there and look. There is a pasture where there are often the cows and horses that are out there. I also love to do paintings of animals, whether they're beloved pets, whether they're farm animals. And this is kind of a combination of just a great setting where you can go and just overlook and just feel the peacefulness of the area. So I found that in traveling around, I was always attracted to landscapes. As a child, I was very nature orientated, always out in the woods, in the hills, running barefoot everywhere. So I think that carried through as I got older. And if I passed a beautiful view, I had to stop the car, take pictures, stop and look. I would many times carry my paints with me so that I could stop and paint on those locations. Lighting is very important, different times of the day. Early in the morning and in the late afternoon to sunsets are the most stunning landscapes and times that the light really shows, and it just speaks to me, and that's what I try to portray through my paintings, bringing out the moment of that experience. And I do get a lot of feedback from people saying that they can really feel that atmosphere, they can really feel what it was like to be there at that time. And that means a lot to me, to get feedback from my customers, my people who are visiting and looking at my artwork. This is a painting that is of a replica of a Scott Morrow photograph. He is a Hollywood premiere photographer, and he gave me exclusive permission to paint some of his artwork. He primarily shoots stars, but he does go out, and this was one of his paintings, that his photographs, that when I saw it, it just really spoke to me. Just the mist, the whole atmosphere of looking at the animals. If anyone is interested, I do have a website where I can be contacted. You can also view the different types of work that I do. As I mentioned, I do a lot of commissions, so you're able to contact me through my website. I'm also a member of the CFA, the Center for the Arts in New London. It is a wonderful avenue for artists to be in, and I've been a member for several years. So I encourage any local artists, anyone interested, to go on their website to take a look at what they have to offer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deborah. For more information on the micro-galleries and the artists now hanging, check out their website, centerfortheartsnh.org. I'd like to thank Tracy Memorial Library for being our host location this week and next. Their purpose is to assemble, organize, preserve, and make easily available print and non-print library materials and services that will meet their educational, informational, and recreational interests and needs to the community. Next week, Kate Neville from the Library Arts Center in Newport will tell us about a fun annual program. Hannah Flanders will introduce us to the last in her series, Fresh Start Farms. And we'll take a short tour of the new home of the Center for the Arts. We'll close with a rundown of the fun things to do in Warner. Tune into our replay of Game of the Week this Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. You can also find it on demand anytime at ycnnow.com or on TDS TV 13 and 1013 and Comcast 8. Check out the program schedule at ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date information on games, Yankee Chronicle, Kruger Chronicle, and specials. Join us again next week at the same time for another round of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel. See you next week.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.